A room full of extraordinary talents. Let's begin in this corner. We welcome R.E.M.
Imitation of life.
this hurricane. I'm not afraid. Come on, no one can see me cry. This lightning storm, this tidal wave, this avalanche, I'm not afraid. Come on, no one can see me cry. That sugar cane, that tasted good, that's who you are, that's what you could. Come on, no one can see you try. That sugar cane, that tasted good, that's who you are, that's what you could. Come on, no one can see you try.
R.E.M. Imitation of life. And we'll be hearing more. We'll be hearing more from their Reveal LP as the evening unfolds. But who are other lovely guests we've got gathered in this room? There's film stars, musicians, you name it, we've got the lot. We start from Sevenoaks. We welcome back Orbital. All sorts of interesting people amongst here, and especially from Senegal, the fabulous Baaba Maal. We've already enjoyed a bit of R.E.M. Mr. Brian Eno is with us. We'll be talking to him. From Toronto with songs that are so beautiful that you'll want to play them again and again. We welcome back Sexsmith. It's a television debut for Clearlake. But let's start off with a record that I have been dancing to at home. A most fantastic voice, a lovely band. Please welcome from Atlanta, India, Arie.
shave my legs and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I comb my hair and sometimes I won't. Depending on how the wind blows, I might even paint my toes. It really just depends on whatever feels good to my soul. Ooh, I'm not the average girl from your video, and I ain't built like a supermodel, but I learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. I'm not the average girl from your video. My worth is not determined by the price of my clothes. No matter what I'm wearing, I will always be in the Arie. And when I look in the mirror, the only one there is me. Every freckle on my face is where it's supposed to be. And I know my creator didn't make no mistakes on me. My feet, my thighs, my lips, my eyes, I'm loving what I see. Yeah. I'm not the average girl from your video, and I ain't built like a supermodel, but I learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. I'm not the average girl from your video. My worth is not determined by the price of my clothes. No matter what I'm wearing, I will always be in the Arie. Now am I less of a lady if I don't wear pantyhose? My mama said a lady ain't what she wears but what she knows. But I've drawn the conclusion it's all an illusion. Confusion's the name of the game. A misconception, a mass deception. Something's gotta change. Don't be offended, this is all my opinion. Ain't nothing that I'm saying long. This is a true confession of a life learned lesson I was sent here to share with y'all. So get in where you fit and go on and shine. Clear your mind, now's the time. Put your salt on the shelf, go on and love yourself, cause everything's gonna be alright. So keep your fancy drinks and your expensive mix. I don't need that to have a good time. Keep your expensive car and your caviar. All I need is my guitar. Keep your crystal and your pistol. I'd rather have a pretty piece of crystal. Don't need your silicone, I prefer my own. What God gave me is just fine. My clothes, no matter what I'm wearing, I will always be in the Arie. You gotta love yourself just the way you are, yeah. Love yourself, yeah. Love yourself, love yourself. You got to, yeah, yeah, yeah. Love yourself, yeah. Love yourself. You got to love yourself.
Sensational, India Arie. Some video from her acoustic soul record. I can't recommend enough. This room not only filled with lovely music, but filled with glamour and excitement. If you saw Bridget Jones's Dive, if you saw Trainspotting, if you saw a number of great things, you might have seen our next guest who I'm going to dive in and speak to briefly. Please welcome Shirley Henderson. There you are. Very nice to see you, Shirley.
Thank you.
Well, I'm pleased to see the BBC with all the stops out and got a nice little half glass of water for you there. Haven't got man. What sort of music do you like?
I like Gabrielle, Travis, bit of everything really.
A lot of the people. Tonight? What would you especially looking forward to this evening?
R.E.M.
Yeah, you're an R.E.M. fan.
Yeah.
Good. They're a fan of yours as well.
Are they?
Very nice. Now tell us, you've just done a new film called 24-Hour Party People about Manchester and the music of Manchester.
Music industry, yeah. About factory records.
Yeah.
The beginning of it and the demise of it as well. Right through the relationship between Tony Wilson and Lindsay Reid, which is his wife, and that's who I play. Yeah.
And do you meet the people before you play them?
I did, yeah. We had to go and Michael Winterbottom, director, wanted us to go and meet them and kind of to try and become them a little bit. I mean, you can't really, but just to observe them and get stories from them and listen to them.
And do you sing in the film?
No, I
You should
dance
do.
a lot in the film.
Yeah,
though.
you do sing, don't you?
I do sing. Yeah.
Well, that's good. There's marvellous. So please welcome, please thank Shirley Henderson, ladies and gentlemen. We'll look forward to seeing that film. There's a load of League of Gents there. League of Gentlemen in the same rooms. How glamorous we are. Now, we welcome back for some groove. Please welcome Orbital. Tiny break. One is not enough. From the LP, The All Together. Now, we're very excited indeed because we've got a great artist with us now. He was, of course, in Roxy Music years ago, has produced lots of records of his own in ambience and of other people. He has Drawn from Life, this new LP out, and there's some marvellous ambient music, which I'm going to ask to be put underneath us now. Marvellous. And that gives us an opportunity to welcome to the studio Mr. Brian Eno. we should start by talking about your life as a producer. You produce lots of artists, James, U2. What, for instance, when you're producing U2, what is your role? What do you do?
Well, I suppose I interfere at any point in the music to try to make it as good as I can imagine. So that would mean, for example, anything from the sound to the songwriting to the construction of a song, the structural arrangement to the working habits of the band.
And I mean, one of the brilliant things, I was in a studio once with Squeeze, and we found these cards, which are in some fortunate studios have these, and some people have very sort of expensive new digital devices, but this was the most useful thing I've ever seen in the studio. And they're called oblique strategies. And basically, the idea that we were led to believe is when you came to a sort of dead end, you weren't quite sure what the next thing you should do is, you would open the box and pick out one of the cards and follow the strategy. And this is your invention, this whole thing. So I'm just going to pick out the first card at random, if I may, see what it says.
Ace of spades. No.
Listen to the quiet voice. Very good. So is that one of your strategies to sort of take things away?
Exactly.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
No, those strategies, I noticed when I first started working in studios that when you're very in the middle of something, you forget the most obvious things. You come out of the studio and you think, why didn't we remember to do this or that? So these really are just ways of throwing you out of the frame, of breaking the context a little bit. So you're not a band in a studio focused on one song, but you're people who are alive and in the world and aware of a lot of other things as well. So it's a way of breaking the tendency to get the screwdriver out, you know.
And it would work, I would think, for anybody doing any artistic endeavour, really, just to change.
A lot of people use those, yeah. I even met a brain surgeon who said that he used these frequently.
Really?
Yes.
This is a quiet voice. Well, let me just see what. I'm just going to put one at random and imagine that the brain surgeon might have picked it up middle of an operation. Let's assume that it could have been any of us here. And is there something missing?
Exactly.
That's great. They always work. That's good. Very good. It is a good. Excellent. I'm so excited. But I'm going to use these throughout the show tonight. Actually, I think it's worth it.
Watch out, boys.
Yeah. And I love the randomness.
There's some dangerous cards in there, I'll tell you.
Did you use the cards when making your own record?
I don't use them so much now because I've internalised them, so they're sort of in my head all the time, really.
Now, what are your influences? Because I mean, you've played and produced
musical.
Yes.
Well,
and unmusical.
Well, my main influences are actually doo-wop, I'd say, gospel and avant-garde classical music. So they're sort of at the extremes of the spectrum. And I guess a lot of what I've been doing over the years is trying to invent a kind of music that could be both sort of intellectual, you might say, and passionate. Well, the passion bit, people have only just recently spotted, but it's always been there, I think. You know?
I think so too.
And the other big influence for me was painting. I was always, in fact, I studied as a painter, so a lot of my ideas in music really came from looking at paintings and wondering how you could make music like that. And the idea of ambient music was really an idea to make music that existed in a sort of steady state, like a painting or a sculpture does, instead of telling some kind of a story.
You clearly love music. What drives you to still be involved with it?
I suppose I've never really made the music I imagine could exist, you know, and as I say, this attempt to make music that, or actually the attempt to be a person who can live at the extremes of their passions and of their intellect at the same time is what keeps me going, and I want to make a music that could be like that.
Yeah.
It's hard, actually, because in pop music, of course, you're generally encouraged to live with the passions and pretend the intellect doesn't exist. And in classical music, you're encouraged to do the opposite, to pretend that nothing below your neck exists, you know. So it's to try to invent a new kind of music that covers the whole spectrum of human possibilities.
And brings
really
the two together.
Yeah.
Because there's similarities between them all, aren't there?
Yeah.
Finally, I think we have to ask you, Roxy Music reformed, but you're not with them. Why did you decide not to go out with them?
I sort of want to do something new, really. Now, I'm not saying they won't do something new. I don't know what they're going to do, but I didn't fancy touring. I'm not very keen on touring anyway. And
did you consult the box? No, you've got it.
No, I didn't in this case.
In that case, what I'll say, like this in a marvellous way, is Brian Eno, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Now, for the first time on television, please welcome Clearlake.
Written on your feet, you're a kid. written your own directions, whistled the rules of change. You know what you are, you cannot be a star. You know what you are, you cannot be a star. You know what you are, you cannot be a star. You know what you are, you cannot be a star. All the way to Reno, all the way to Reno, all the way to Reno. You're gonna be a star, you are. You're gonna be a star. You're gonna be a star, you are. You're gonna be a star. You're gonna be a star, you are. You're gonna be a star.
R.E.M. all the way to Reno. You're going to be a star from their Reveal LP. There's all sorts of things to come on this show. There's some things that are going to create tension, others that are going to relax us and make us feel good, and some asking us questions. Before that, we heard Clearlake. But now we're going to go over to a man who just performed a concert with R.E.M. at Nelson Mandela in Trafalgar Square. Please welcome from Senegal, the fabulous Mr. Baaba Maal.
Jamma Jengii kwade nyari ndoko foyde mine matan ketinodo jodo jewten. Jamma Jengii kwade nyari ndoko foyde ankore mine matan ketinodo jodo jewten. Jamma Jengii kwade nyari ndoko foyde mine matan ketinodo jodo jewten. Jamma Jengii kwade nyari ndoko foyde mine matan ketinodo jodo jewten. Jamma Jengii non kwade nyari ndoko foyde mine matan ketinodo jodo laram. Jamma Jengii kwade nyari ndoko foyde ankore mine matan ketinodo jodo jewten. Fatimata mi yede mami anchatama wallahi sabo gelle Allah wadi dum tagdo endam. Jamma Jengii kwade nyari ndoko foyde mine matan ketinodo jodo jewten. Fatimata mi yede mami anchata sabo gelle Allah wadi dum tagdo ngurdam. Jamma Jengii kwade nyari ndoko foyde ankore mine matan ketinodo jodo jewten. Lesonani soda nyama dum do anje ko teddo ngalma. Jamma Jengii kwade nyari ndoko foyde ankore mine matan ketinodo jodo jewten. Jamma Jengii kwade nyari ndoko foyde mine matan ketinodo jodo jewten.
Jamma Jengii non kode ñaari ndogu foyne mine laram kedinno ɗo jooɗo jewten yuman adit mi yiɗima mi ancatama sabo gelle Allah waɗi ɗum tagɗo endam yay mum bebi mi yiɗima mi ancata sabo gelle Allah waɗi ɗum tagɗo gurdam
Jamma Jengii kode ñaari ndogu foyne
encore
mide mata jodo jawten
o Jamma Jengii non kode ñaari ndogo foyniya mine ma kedino ɗo joɗo jewten
Jamma Jengii kode ñaari ndogu foyne
encore
mide mata kedino jodo jawten
o Jamma Jengii non kode ñaari ndogo foyniya
wallahi
mine bandam kedino ɗo joɗo laram
Jamma Jengii
kode
kode
ñaari ndogo foyniya mine ma kedino ɗo joɗo jewten
Brother Maal, Jamma Jengii, missing you. That's all. If you've just tuned in, you won't be aware that a few moments ago I was talking to the fabulous Brian Eno. We might even go and chat to him again in a moment. And I've got his producer cards here, the very good strategies. When in doubt, let's have a look what this one says. Abandoned normal instruments. There we are. Well, I have. I'll hand you this, and I'm very pleased to welcome, having abandoned my normal instruments, the League of Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Gatiss, Dyson, and Reece Shearsmith. Gentlemen, we're very excited to have you here. Now, you're on tour, I believe.
That's right, yeah.
currently.
We've just finished 3 weeks at the Theatre Royal.
6 weeks.
6 weeks? Seems like 3.
Your mind's addled.
Yeah.
It is. 6 weeks Theatre Royal Drury Lane.
And have you found characters that you will be sort of utilising into
All
your
tonight.
suppose?
Yes,
All tonight?
Just tonight, yeah.
On the way in here tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Can
had
you?
a lot of people turning up dressed as our characters, which was quite strange.
It's a new Rocky Horror Show.
Yeah.
I'm sad to say.
Now you've got. How would you describe Royston Vasey to the uninitiated, somebody who hadn't ever visited it? How would you describe that enchantment?
Actually, at the moment, it's probably one of the healthiest places in England. There's no foot and mouth there. So it's a very special place.
Yeah. I mean, every town in Britain has some sort of musical talent that comes from it. What's Royston Vasey's claim to
It's
fame?
the home of creme brulee.
Yes.
It's one of the
Yeah.
And the Brighouse in Rastrick, probably.
yes. But it's an inspiring place for any musician.
Yes, I think it would be. And how about here tonight in this show? Is there anybody that you're particularly
We're
keen?
worried about this because it's like a competition now, you know.
No, we're just interested where your taste goes. What sort of music do you
When
like?
you said Clearlake, we thought it was Cleo Lane.
We
We
said
got quite
Cleo Lane.
excited.
Oh, yeah, what? And you were,
We thought it was Cleo Lane.
We'll have to get her on. Would
Where's
you like to
Danquith?
see her?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, she's
Cleo and Johnny.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Rufus Wainwright, who I believe you've had on here tonight.
Yes.
Sometime.
Yes. Did you know Johnny Dankworth did the music to Tomorrow's World?
No.
Did he?
The old music.
With the fried egg.
Yeah, it's a memorable tune. And it really is modern. I don't know why they got rid
Did
of
Cleo
it.
do the ba ba ba?
She might have
That's
done. I
what
have
she
to
does,
ask her.
isn't it?
She was the Friday.
She can sing. Well, marvellous. Well, League of Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you on tour. And I look forward to visiting Royston Vasey. Naomi Bedford there was singing earlier with the group, but I am now going to observe closely here. Please welcome Orbital.
two millionaires going out on a spree. We'll know that it won't break the bank 'cause it's only 10p. We'll go jumble sailing out when the weather is fine. We'll go jumble sailing, you never know what we'll find. Who knows all the odd little things that will sail into view. I may find an odd little thing that reminds me of you. I see so many people turn their noses up at all the treasure we find. It's sad they don't know what they're missing, but well, we'll just have to leave them behind. We'll go jumble sailing out when the weather is fine. We'll go jumble sailing, you never know what we'll find. Maybe find a small souvenir or a thing we can use. Maybe a hat or a scarf or some second-hand shoes. Maybe either way, this is one lucky dip we can't lose. When we go jumble sailing off into the blue.
Clearlake. Jumble Sailing from their brand new light LP. Nicely played harmonica there. Nice bit of chromatic harmonica there. Well, we're going to be having Indie Arie in a minute. We've enjoyed her very much and with her marvellous band. Oh, yes, there's lots to see here. Very good gentlemen were there. We enjoyed Orbital. R.E.M. over here, back for a bit more. I've still got the cards. I wonder what they're saying now. Hey, this card says, you can't read it, but I'll read it too. Reverse. Well, let's just see. Hey, this is good. Retrace your steps. Right. It's working. It's working in a beautiful way. I like the randomness of it. What we're about to hear isn't random, though. It's a beautiful song, sung beautifully by a man who has a fantastic new record out. Please welcome back to this show, Sexsmith.
Eyes are telling me live well and not for long. These boots are telling me keep walking. Other voices saying don't let go. That's just my heart talking. It's always leading me where I do not belong, to doorways where I shouldn't be knocking. Trying to pass itself off for us all. That's just my heart talking. It's talking. Sometimes I don't know what to say. I pretend to look the other way. Are you talking? Are you talking? to me. Yeah. Talking, sometimes I don't know what to say. I pretend to look the other way. Are you talking? Are you talking to me? Some people tell me eyes are windows of the soul, but eyes can be like empty sockets. Maybe you'd be better off alone. That's just my heart talking. Still a voice is saying don't let go, but that's just my heart talking. That's just my heart talking now.
Sexsmith. Just my heart talking. Beautifully done. But a very good record entitled Blue Boy, which I would personally recommend. Now it's time for some routine inquiries with a guest who has moved quickly over here. Marvellous. Please welcome Michael Stipe. I'm getting worried about it.
Here we go.
It's starting to rule my life, like the Dyson.
Bleak strategies time.
Yeah. Now, Michael, you've been here. I have observed that you've been here having a chat to Brian Eno. Have you?
Yeah.
What have you been
This
having a
actually
chat?
tonight marks the 4th time that we've met and had an opportunity to talk. The first time was in Los Angeles, high in the Hollywood Hills. The second time was in London when I was working on the film Velvet Goldmine. In fact, Toni Collette is here with me tonight, the star of the movie. And Brian came and kind of pumped up the cast and the director for that. And the third time was when we did an erotic... erotic...
The lap dancing night.
It was like this lap dancing evening.
Which lap and which one was dancing?
It was my lap.
Yeah.
And I was dancing.
He was dancing. And then we swapped. And,
yes. Actually, maybe you could use the oblique strategies in lap dancing. I'm just at random. You can vouch that this is random. I'm just imagining that...
I don't know if that's appropriate, Jools, frankly.
Allow an easement. An easement is the abandonment of a stricture.
Oh my God.
They work, don't they?
Thank you so much. Good night.
They work. They work.
Yes, that's...
Now, Baaba
Scary,
Maal
frightening.
he was on the same bill as you.
He was,
for the Nelson Mandela concert in Trafalgar Square just a week or so ago. Did you meet Nelson Mandela?
I did. We were in the same room. I was in the room with Baaba Maal, and Mandela asked someone in the room to present a song, and he kind of looked at us, and we all froze, and he kind of looked at the chorus, and they all froze, and he looked at Melcy, and she froze. And then Baaba Maal opened his mouth, and beautiful pearls and lilies and songbirds came flying out. And it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
What is the next song you're going to be playing for us?
I don't have the foggiest idea. What are we doing?
Boys, what's he going to be doing?
The Lifting. It's the first song on our new record.
I think you should just tell us what that's about.
What is it about?
Yeah.
It's about it's a little bit of, it's a prequel. That's a word that is now in our vernacular. Thank you, Steven Spielberg. It's a prequel to a song on our last record called Day Sleeper. It's the same character, and she is unable to find anything beyond the concrete. So when she dreams at night, she floats up and bumps her head on the ceiling, and her desire is to move beyond the concrete, the tangible. So she goes to this seminar where they supposedly, for a fee, teach you how to move beyond the tangible.
And on that note, if you could just pick one of these out.
Yes, I'd love to.
Any one you like. I don't want to just
I think this one.
What is it?
Make an exhaustive list of everything you might do and do the last thing on the list.
I haven't got time. But thank you very much indeed, Michael Stipe. this. Thank you very much. Michael Stipe, welcome back to the show. And we look forward to hearing R.E.M. in a moment. A lot of you wonder, probably, what do I do, you know, when I'm in my shed? Well, I have a little bit of a knees up, and this is the record I have been having a knees up to. Yes, Acoustic Soul by India, Arie, and her lovely band from Nashville are now going to play it. So please welcome India, Arie.
Brown skin, you know I love your brown skin. I can't tell where yours begins. I can't tell where mine is. Brown skin, up against my brown skin. Need some every now and then. Oh, yeah. Where are your people from? Maybe Mississippi or an island. Apparently your skin has been kissed by the sun. You make me want a Hershey's kiss your licorice. Every time I see your lips, it makes me think of honey-coated chocolate. Your kisses are worth more than gold to me. I'll be your almond joy, you'll be my sugar daddy. Brown skin, you know I love your brown skin. I can't tell where yours begins. I can't tell where mine is. Brown skin, up against my brown skin. Need some every now and then. Every now and then, yeah. Every time you come around, something magnetic pulls me and I can't get out. Disoriented, I can't tell my up from down. All I know is that I wanna lay you down. Every time I let you in, abracadabra magic happens as we swim higher and higher. Finally we reach heaven. Come back to earth and then we do it all again. Yeah. Brown skin, you know I love your brown skin. I can't tell where yours begins. I can't tell where mine is. Brown skin, up against my brown skin. Need some every now and then, yeah, yeah, yeah. Skin so brown, lips so round, baby, how can I be down? Beautiful mahogany, you make me feel like a queen. Tell me what's that thing you do that makes me want to get next to you, yeah. Brown skin, you know I love your brown skin. I can't tell where yours begins. I can't tell where mine is. Brown skin, up against my brown skin. Need some every now and then. Every now and then, yeah. Oh, yeah.
R.E.M. from the new Reveal LP. So thank you to all of our guests this week. Orbital, with Naomi Bedford, Mr. Baaba Maal, India Arie, marvelous group. Clearlake. Blue Boy, his album is out at the beginning of June. Mr. Sexsmith. Next week we'll be having state the problem in words as clearly as possible. It's not a problem, it's an opportunity, because we'll be having the Manic Street Preachers, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, and much more. But now we enjoy, finally, the show. We have R.E.M.
This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I've left behind. A simple prop to occupy my time. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to